After 2 full moons in Aquarius in a row, we finally get a nice full moon in Pisces to close out the month. It's actually a pretty nice culmination and end to the summer, so I'm looking forward to probably trying to use this date. So if you're excited to dive into what exactly we can expect from this full moon in Pisces, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. First, we're going to start out with the overall energy of this full moon, then we will get into how this looks for specific political and financial charts. And as always, if you're interested in looking at your September or October forecast videos for your rising sign, make sure that you check those out on my channel depending on where and how you are watching this, whether it's closer to the September or October time, yeah. And I want to mention Swan Bitcoin, the easiest place to dollar cost average or repeatedly buy into Bitcoin. I use Swan on a monthly basis to do my DCA, and if you sign up with the link down below, you will get $10 of free Bitcoin upon your first purchase. I get a little bit of commission for every time that link is used, so I would appreciate it if you were interested in using that below. No pressure, thought I'd throw it in there as always, yeah. This is happening on September 20th, 2021 at 7:53 p.m. Eastern Time. The sun is at 28 degrees of Virgo, and the sun and the moon are always opposite in full moons. Full moons, the sun-moon opposite, sun's light is reflected off the moon. It is a obvious culmination kind of omen in the sky, given how light and the moon is bright. It's a bright, energetic time. With the sun at 28 degrees of Virgo, 28 out of 30 degrees is at the tail end. This is associated with the 10 of Pentacles, or the wealth tarot card. This wealth is not truly about just monetary zeros. It's more about value and at the end of life, looking back at what your assets truly are. It's ruled by Mercury. This third part of Virgo is ruled by Mercury, even though the entire sign is overall ruled by Mercury, especially this last part. So with Mercury being the ruler of Virgo and exalted or lifted up royally and very, very well supported by the sign of Virgo, not just at home, but like revered in Virgo, this is an incredible culmination of value in this part of the sky. It is the last 10 days before the autumn equinox. It is the utmost consequential decan, I'd say, because you're looking back at what has really mattered and taking an inventory before some of that has to get wiped out. It's like evaluating all your assets before you have to pay taxes. So this is a very, very adult kind of monk-like card, like very looking back, kind of taking inventory. And the moon is then opposite that at 28 degrees of Pisces. And this is the 10 of Cups tarot card, or the satiety card of being fulfilled, of being, I mean, the card itself, it looks like a happy ending. It's like almost a movie is like the end credits. So with the moon being the collective and the sun being leadership, or a goal, the moon is feeling as if it's a happy ending because the person in power or the energy that is overseeing this is looking proudly upon what state the collective is in. So it's almost this like, we're all okay, so whoever has gotten us here is like thanking their lucky stars that they made it. The moon is also conjunct Neptune, so there's a super dreamy, idealistic, like let's go to a rave and take drugs or meditate in the woods kind of vibe. And this will be right before like I actually leave for Dubai for a few months probably. So we'll see what I do then if I'm about to leave. I'm already gonna get censored. This is fine. The sun is also kind of close to Mars in Libra because it's at 28 degrees of Virgo, and Mars is in an out of sign conjunction to that in the very beginning of Libra. So there's possible passive aggression, but with the Neptune vibe, like I'm not too surprised that there'd be like a lack of conflict or confrontation here with Neptune and Libra. Like that's a very non-confrontational energies to have for this. Mercury is also exactly trine Jupiter. So there's the possibility of very harmonious communication. With Mercury trine Jupiter, it's like, let's really discuss on a compassionate, open-minded level. Definitely makes me think of like a rave environment, or like just airing all your dirty laundry out because you're inebriated or like drunk or high or something and you're like, I love everyone, like let's talk it out. Mars is also applying to trine Saturn, so there's an intellectual trying to get to the bottom of things. Honestly, this is a pretty nice full moon. Like I fucking like it. I'm really looking forward to this, and might be my favorite full moon so far. I'm not afraid of Neptune energy, so I don't mind it. I would just be careful about your dosages and how you're getting home. That would be my my metaphorical or literal advice. So if you already know what house Pisces is for you and where this high point completion ending celebration could be, let me know in a comment down below. Would be very interested to hear. In the United States' chart, Mars is on the United States midheaven, which actually looks like a pretty bad public look. That's the really only major thing going on right now. Looks like bad publicity from the outside. Mars on the midheaven often being like the person in I wonder what Biden's doing? Someone in power passing something that looks bad. Just looks bad. For the New York Stock Exchange, Mars is on the North Node, and that looks like movement up, market conviction. And Mercury is near the natal Jupiter, so good news. Full moons are often local bottoms in financial charts, so for this it could be something that leads the price up. On Bitcoin's chart, full moons are pretty reliably local bottoms, not momentum indicators, but in whatever momentum range we're trading, good bottom indicator. Mars is though approaching an opposition to Bitcoin's moon. The day after this full moon, tomorrow, the 21st, Mars will be exactly opposing Bitcoin's moon. That looks gnarly. So I would not actually long. I would not long from this full moon because the Mars moon opposition the day after looks gnarly. So I might actually hold my short from the new moon open a day late. I would play it by ear. I'd see how the price is looking here, but I'd be worried about that. In Ethereum's chart, full moons also tend to be local bottoms, so I don't often trade the lunar chart for Ethereum because it is less reliable than Bitcoin. Mars is near the North Node, which could be pretty strong conviction up from here. It was exact the day before. Mercury sextile ETH's natal Mars is good. Though Venus square ETH's Mercury, yeah, it actually looks pretty upward for ETH. I would be careful though because of Bitcoin the day after. That it looks like ETH could make a stronger recovery after this full moon local bottom, but I'd be careful about Bitcoin. A tarot card for this full moon that we have is the Diamond Hands card, which is the Fool. It took me a minute to be like, what card is the Fool? Or what card is Diamond Hands? Because this is like the Fool card. The Fool doesn't know what the hell he's doing, but he's having fun. And he knows he's very wise in knowing that he's an idiot. So perhaps this is a humbling, I'm an idiot and I'm wise, like a beginner's mindset kind of journey to reset and feel a bit cleaned out, letting go. So if you enjoyed this, make sure that you like, subscribe, and make sure that notification bell is turned on so you get these videos if you are liking them so far. I would love to see and hear what is happening for you on this day. I feel like it could be a pretty fun day to read the comments on what's happening on this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.